Seems like you're all in agreement. Are we all ready to vote? Please use your monopads to input who you think the killer is. As this trial comes to a conclusion, get ready to find out what the final verdict is. Will you make the right choice or the wrong one? I can't wait to find out. Let's vote! The result is... Drumroll, please! Congratulations! You got it right! The blackened this time around is Ace Marquis, the ultimate jockey.
Wow!
How could you do that? What do you have to say for yourself? What are you saying?
Right.
You're wrong.
Whatever! Shut up! You piss me off! Asshole! Really now? I knew. I knew that I wasn't allowed to call him a murderer. I had no right to act betrayed, because I was the one who betrayed everyone. But still
Why?
But still I don't care what it was! I don't care if it made me a hypocrite! Even if I was completely in the wrong! And even if it made my life worse! I just needed a reason to stay mad at you! Any reason at all, god damn it!
Why? Why do you have to force yourself to be angry at me? You just said you know that you're in the wrong, so why do you still do it? I don't understand. I can't understand you. No matter how hard I try.
Good! Stay that way! I hope you never understand me! Even after I'm buried 1 billion miles deep in the ground and you're weeping in my grave, you piece of shit!
Shut up.
Kill Mono TV for me.
Yay!
I can't do it.
Why? The most likely option that will come out of this is that you'll fail and be punished. But you're going to die of execution anyway. If there's a small chance, any chance at all, that doing this will end the killing game and allow us all to live, you included, why aren't you taking it? Why? Why can't you do it?
You tell me to do something crazy like it's nothing, but it's terrifying. I'm scared. I don't want to die. I can't do that.
If you can't do that, then tell me, why did RA have to die? It's because, unlike RA, you couldn't make amends with the people you made enemies out of. You were too scared to confront the people you hurt, say you're sorry, and promise to be a better person. So instead, you took out your own personal problems on other people by murdering someone who had nothing to do with you. RA died because you're a coward, Ace!
I know that I'm a coward. But that doesn't mean you have to keep saying it!
Shit!
No way!
Greetings, everyone. My name is Mono TV. The killing game procedure will proceed as planned. Your efforts to end the killing game are admirable. However, you seem to have a fundamental misunderstanding of how the killing game works. Even if this body is destroyed, I can continue to operate this killing game from this building's electronic systems. Perhaps you've mistakenly conflated me with a human and thought that I have a soul that is intrinsically connected to my body. But I am not a human. To destroy me is nothing more than a wasted effort on your part. I apologize for the misunderstanding.
Shit!
However,
Huh?
to run this killing game until the death of every participant. To conclude, I will now proceed with the execution of Teriko Tawaki. Ten. 9.
Jericho, run!
8.
Why are you just standing there? You've seen what Mono TV is capable of. That thing will surely kill you.
7.
Charles, stop talking and cover your eyes!
Teriko, hide somewhere!
No.
6.
What are you doing? Why are you just standing there?
What's the point? I should have known this would happen.
5.
Even if I shield myself behind others, even if I search for an escape, it always comes down to this. I have to face the consequences of my actions. There's no escaping that.
4.
What are you talking about? You're going to be killed!
Killed? I doubt it. As if something so kind could happen to me.
3.
I won't die. Even if Mono TV puts 100 bullets in my body, I'll only be badly injured. Possibly lose a body part. Maybe I'll even end up in a coma for months.
2.
But I won't die. I never will. There's nothing I can do but accept my fate. It's what I deserve, after all.
1.
Jericho, run, please!
Don't worry, everyone. I'll show you all what it means to be the ultimate lucky student.
0.
There's no way Levi will survive.
You said he'll survive if he gets immediate medical treatment!
But we're trapped in this trial room!
Arturo, you have to save him! Fuck, damn it! If I get executed, then you all can leave and take him to the infirmary, right?
Correct.
So... Oh, fucking hell, I don't wanna die! Execute me right now! You hear me, Mono TV? Because Levi is going to fucking die, and I'm going to have a third goddamn death on my hands!
Even then, there's no guarantee that you'll live.
Shut up! What the hell are you talking about? Aren't you a surgeon? Can't you fix him?
I'm not that kind of surgeon. I've told you over and over. I have no experience with saving lives. Something like this? There's no way I can do it.
Shut up! Shut up, Arturo! You can save his life. Shut the fuck up. Stop saying you can't do it because you can! Don't you understand? I'm going to die right now, and you're going to live! So decide whether you want to at least try to put in some fucking effort for once, or keep making excuses for yourself like a sniveling coward for the rest of your life. I don't even get to make that decision anymore! Stop complaining, you whiny little shit! Grow some fucking balls and save someone's goddamn life, asshole! Because you can! Mono TV, just do it! Get it over with quickly. Please.
Understood. Commencing Ace Marquis' execution at once.
I'm gonna fucking die. I knew this was going to happen all along. I had no chance of surviving this killing game. Even so... I'm so scared. I'm so scared of dying. I don't want to die.
Let the execution begin.
Mono TV. You're incredibly cruel.
I don't quite understand what you mean.
You knew exactly what you were doing. Why did you push for Min to be executed so quickly, but stalled for so long to execute Ace? You wanted Min to suffer, knowing that she didn't have the time to say all the things she wanted to say. You wanted Ace to suffer, knowing that the longer he lived, the less chance Levi had to survive. No. More than that, you wanted all of us to suffer.
I see. That is what you mean. My apologies. I have no choice but to be cruel. This so-called TV show is more about appearances than you'd think, so I must convince everyone that I'm the villain.
Fate? Can you really say it's fate's fault for everything you've done, and pretend that you hold no blame in the matter? I have always said that my misfortune, my personality, the choices I make, everything was all a product of a bad luck that I can't control. That I grew up in such terrible circumstances. So I was destined to grow up to be a terrible person. That everyone else abandoned me. So it's not my fault that I'm alone. I want to say that it's fate's fault. And that I had no choice in the matter, but even so. Everyone. Xander, Min, Ari, Ace, maybe even Levi. Is it my fault that they died?
I cannot answer that question for you. All the decisions I make were already decided by whatever entity created me, because I am a robot. You're human, unlike me. You have to decide the answer for yourself. I'll be shutting off the power in this room now, but I'll leave the elevator open for you. You should leave soon.
Yeah.